I'm glad I went to the toilet before. It was like one of those warm ones. Which...
Stop!
Okay, welcome! What up? Help me! Hi!
We're Johnny and Laura.
Janora.
And we have another video.
Wait, no. We should say Happy Easter to
I was
everyone.
about to say.
Oh!
Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter!
We hope you have had
waving.
a lovely, a lovely Easter holiday and some lovely chocolates and thought about what Easter means to you. We have a video after our wonderful BAFTAs video. We thought the Oliviers are coming up. We actually have more information and more knowledge on the Oliviers.
Yeah, we'd like to think we're more well educated to pass a comment and a more informed opinion about said award.
Ceremony.
We
We thought today we would do a little chatty video again about
the Olivier Awards. Way! Background clap.
So the Oliviers are being hosted at the Royal Albert Hall, like the BAFTAs, and they are on Sunday. So
this coming Sunday, April the 8th. Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a Musical.
Michael Gibson for Hamilton, Ross Noble for Young Frankenstein, Jason Pennycook for Hamilton, Cleve September for Hamilton.
Disclaimer. She has... Is it a disclaimer? I don't know if it is. I'm just going to say this anyway. She's seen Hamilton. I've seen Young Frankenstein. However, we are soon to see Hamilton together at the... I say soon, it's end of July. But as it stands, you've only seen Hamilton out of the two, and I've only seen Young Frankenstein. So you go. Okay,
so it's tough. I have obviously... I'm a bit biased towards Cleve. It's really tough because I really think it's probably going to be between Cleve and Jason Pennycook. I loved Jason in both of his roles. I thought he was fantastic. Same with Cleve. They both had to play two roles.
Yes.
So they had to be able to alternate and make it quite distinctive between the two. So therefore, I think they are more deserving.
I haven't seen Hamilton yet, but obviously I know of Hamilton and other parts. I am aware that both Jason and Cleve are playing two roles. I am biased also to Cleve because obviously we know him. And we love him. Out of the three Hamilton people, I will say Cleve, even though like I've heard really good things about all three of them.
Oh yeah.
And I'm aware of like Michael Gibson's past work and stuff, and he's really good.
Yeah.
I'd probably go for Ross Noble, but it's only because like he had me in tears at the front. I was sitting at the front of the dress, and I went on the final night of Ross Noble's time there, and it was just really great, and you could tell that he was like loving it because obviously it was his final night and it was really emotional, and he literally had me in tears. So I'm gonna go for Ross or Cleve. Next award, Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical.
Do I have to yell it too? Sheila Atim for Girl from the North Country, Tracy Bennett for Follies, Rachel John for Hamilton, Leslie Joseph for Young Frankenstein. So I have seen three of these. I haven't seen Young Frankenstein. Simply for the shows, it would be between Tracy Bennett and Rachel John. If I was going, including like previous shows and what I know about them and what I love about them, it would be Rachel John.
I'm going for Sheila Atim.
Okay.
Yeah, Sheila Atim all the way. Hoo-hoo-ha.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. We've literally only done two. And we're already on 11 minutes. That's how distracted we are. Outstanding achievement in music.
Oh.
Oh.
That's a funny story. That's so irritating. You had to be there, it was funny. So, musical orchestrations by Dan Gillespie Sales at Apollo Victoria.
Oh dear.
Everybody's Talking About Jamie, music and orchestrations by Dan Gillespie Sales at Apollo Theatre. Follies, the orchestra under the music supervision of Nicholas Skilbeck and music director Nigel Lilly at the National Theatre. Girl from the North Country, music and lyrics by Bob Dylan, original orchestrations and arrangements by Simon Hale at the Old Vic. Or Hamilton, composer lyricist Lin-Manuel Miranda at Victoria Palace Theatre. I'm going to go for Hamilton. I mean, this is an odd award. It depends on how they judge it, really. But I think it should have really read Best Score or Best Composition. And for that reason, coming from a musical point of view anyway, myself, I'm going to say Hamilton. Because Lin-Manuel has written something which I don't think a lot of composers, if not any other composer out there, could write.
Yeah.
Personally.
Okay, so I've seen all 4 of these.
You have.
And and out of the 4 of them, I'm like 99% sure that either Hamilton or everyone's talking about Jamie's going to win. Everybody's talking about Jamie. Every so often, I remember the music from it. Someone will say something and it will trigger one of the songs from it.
I love the music from it. I love that show.
That hasn't happened with the other 2, Follies and Girl from the North Country. And don't get me wrong, the music in all 4 of them are fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, personally, everybody's talking about Jamie, keeps coming back to me, and Lin-Manuel Miranda is an absolute genius, composer, lyricist, I think. Unbelievably clever, thinking, let's make history, like, cool. Basically, Hamilton or everybody's talking about Jamie is going to get those. I'm so sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like Jamie to also get it because I do love the show. And I've seen it a few times. That tells you how much I do love Jamie.
It was fantastic.
But I think in terms of what it's done for the industry of musical theatre, I think Hamilton needs to win. Out of the 4 scores, Hamilton's the most exciting. Like, it makes me want to get up and like write something because it's so clever.
Best New Dance Production.
Flight Pattern by Crystal Pite, Pite, at the Royal Opera House. Goat by Ben Duke for Rambert Dance Company at Sadler's Wells. Grand Finale by Hofstetner Schester at Sadler's Wells. I'm so great at this. And Tree of Codes by Wayne McGregor and the Paris Opera Ballet at Sadler's Wells.
Haven't seen any of them, so I feel like I can't pass judgment.
Me neither. I know people out there going to judge us for not going to see dance shows, and we need to go to more.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Outstanding Achievement in Dance.
Rocio Molina for pushing the boundary of flamenco in Fallen from Heaven at Barbican Theatre. Francesca Velisu for her performance in English National Ballet's production of Pina Bausch's Le Sacre de Printemps at Sadler's Wells. Zenaida Janowski for her performance in Liam Scarlett's Symphonic Dances at Royal Opera House. Again, not seen any of them.
I know, but I just loved your pronunciation of what was that?
Le Sacre du Printemps. Best Entertainment and Family.
David Williams' Gangster Granny. I don't know what that was. Carrick Theatre. Darren Brown, Underground at Playhouse Theatre. Dick Whittington at the London Palladium. That should say the London Palladium, not just at London Palladium. We got an email about it. The official title of the theatre is the London Palladium, so I need to contact the stage and change that. What? And then Five Guys Named Mo
Olivier's.
At Marble Arch Theatre. Oh yeah. Dick Whittington needs to win, not because I'm biased. Because it's great, and if you didn't see it, then shame on you! Because it was fantastic, full of bells, full of dick. What more do you want?
I don't know if I need to bleep that out.
Oh.
Like Panto, it was high end.
Oh yeah.
It was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I'm just going to throw it out there. Don't know why Darren Brown's in there. Sorry. I wouldn't class it as I don't deem that as entertainment.
No,
I certainly don't deem it family. I'm not the biggest fan of his, so I would never vote for him. Sorry.
Nah.
Gangster Granny, I know it got good reviews, but again, didn't see it. I did see Dick Whittington. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I do think it's deserving. But Five Guys Named Mo, I'm really gutted I missed because that also sounded fantastic. And
I'm
it had
gutted.
amazing reviews.
I know.
So I think it's between the two. I think it's between Dick Whittington and Five Guys Named Mo.
I mean, it's gonna be Dick Whittington. Come on. Best theatre choreographer.
Andy Blackenbuehler for Hamilton at Victoria Palace Theatre. Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Bill Deemer for Follies at National Theatre. Kate Prince for Everybody's Talking About Jamie at Apollo Theatre. Randy Skinner for 42nd Street at Theatre Royal Drury Lane. Christopher Wheeldon for An American in Paris at Dominion Theatre. So for me, it's out of 42nd Street and An American in Paris. 100%. I'm biased towards 42nd Street. My friend was in it. He was fantastic, as were the whole cast. But I come from a ballet background, so I have a soft spot for An American in Paris as well. But I think it's between those two. They are both heavily dance shows, therefore they should win a best choreographer. They are the best choreographers.
I agree that it should be between 42nd Street and American in Paris. However, I haven't seen American in Paris yet, and I'm gutted, but I am aware that they're screening it at certain views. Other cinemas are available around the country later in the summer or summer, and I think American in Paris should win, even though I haven't seen it. And the reason is because 42nd Street is such a dance show, and when I went to see it, I felt like if we went to see that show on Broadway, there wouldn't be a finger out of place. And I felt like there were a few people. But I just felt like it should have been like, wow! Do you know what I mean? Where it wasn't. I was just like, it was great, and I did like it a lot. I did really like it. But I felt like for a show that's such, like, surrounded by dance, and, like, without the dance, it'd be nothing.
Best musical revival.
42nd Street at Theatre Royal Drury Lane. Follies at the National Theatre, Olivier. On the Town at Regent's Park Open Air Theatre. I haven't seen any of these. Oh no, I've seen 42nd Street. I haven't seen Follies on the Town. I do really want to see On the Town. I mean, it's been and gone now, but I did want to see it. I'm gonna go for Follies.
Okay.
Just because I heard, like, mixed to good stuff about it. The majority good stuff. But I feel like because it's National always put on good stuff. Well, not always, but
a lot of the time.
A lot of the time they do.
Yeah. So again, I also wanted to see On the Town, but didn't manage to, and I only heard amazing things about it. But out of the two I've seen, best musical revival, without a shadow of a doubt, 42nd Street. I loved Follies, don't get me wrong, I loved it, but I think that 42nd Street was a better revival.
Best actor in a musical.
Ciarán Hinds for Girl from the North Country, John McCree for Everybody's Talking About Jamie, Giles Terera for Hamilton at Victoria Palace Theatre, Jamel Westman for Hamilton at Victoria Palace Theatre. So obviously I've seen all three of these shows, and out of the 4 nominations, I would go hands down, without a shadow of a doubt, don't understand why he wouldn't get it, Giles Terera. I'm biased towards him anyway because I've seen him in shows before.
What else have you seen him in?
He was in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom at National.
Ooh,
oh my god, was he amazing. My god. Anyway, so I already am a little bit biased towards him. I think they were all fantastic and I think they're all deserving, but I love Giles.
I'm going to go with either John or Giles. I'm not going to go for Ciarán. I do like Ciarán, but I wasn't like wowed by him and Girl from the North Country. I thought it was great. I haven't obviously seen Hamilton yet, but out of John and Ciarán, I just felt like John just embodied what he was doing so much more, and John made me cry every single time I've seen him do it. Definitely would say John or Giles. I'm probably gonna lean more towards Giles.
Best actress in a musical.
Janie D for Follies at National Theatre. Shirley Henderson for Girl from the North Country at the Old Vic. Oh, is that Molly Myrtle? Ooh. Imelda Staunton for Follies at the National Theatre. And Josie Walker for Everybody's Talking About Jamie at the Apollo Theatre. I'm going to say I've only seen Girl from North Country and Jamie. I feel like it's coming. I did love Shirley Henderson in Girl from North Country, but she was. But I just feel like I wasn't with her the whole step of the way. Okay. When I saw Josie in Jamie, I thought she was great.
So you're going with Josie?
But I don't know, because I've heard amazing things about both the ladies and Fullies.
So
I've heard good and bad things, but yeah.
Again, I've seen all 3 shows, so I've seen all 4.
You're more informed
I haven't seen Josie Walker. I saw the understudy. So for that reason, I can't vote for her.
That's true.
If she was anything like her understudy, I understand why she's been nominated, because her understudy was fantastic.
Well, yeah.
Shirley Henderson was fantastic in Girl from the North Country. She had me from the beginning. But for me, it's going to be either Janie D or Imelda Staunton.
I feel like most people will say that.
I don't know. I can't choose between the two. They were both amazing. But for me, it's going to be one of those 2 people.
Best revival.
Angels in America at National Theatre. Hamlet at Almeida Theatre. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf at Harold Pinter Theatre. And Witness for the Prosecution at London County Hall. So I haven't actually seen any of these.
We've got no ice cream.
Yeah, you bought. Did you eat it all again without me?
In one sitting on my own.
Johnny?
It was a tough hour.
Hour! Actually, do you know what? I haven't seen any of these, so actually I'm not going to say anything.
I'm not either. However, I am. Oh, did I tell you? I met the original presenter of the Basil Brush show the other day at work. He came in. He's the nicest guy ever, and so like he's really familiar with the voice and with the laugh, and he made me laugh. That's what he does.
I've always said that about you.
And he came into the office and he was lovely, and I hope he comes back.
Okay.
So we can do a little tribute.
Right. So we've decided nothing for Best Revival.
No, okay, so that was a tangent. Just because of its subject matter, I'm probably going to go with Angels in America.
Okay, fair enough.
Just because of its subject matter.
I haven't seen it.
But I haven't seen any of them though.
Best New Comedy.
Dry Powder at Hampstead Theatre. Labour of Love at the Noel Coward Theatre. Mischief Movie Night at the Arts Theatre. And The Miser at the Garrick.
So biased towards Hampstead Theatre, but the only one I've seen is Labour of Love, and I really enjoyed it. So Labour of Love for me.
I haven't seen any of them, so I'm not going to pass an opinion.
Okay.
Outstanding achievement in affiliate theatre.
The Beasts at Bush Theatre. Killology at Jerwood Theatre upstairs at the Royal Court Theatre. The Red Lion at Trafalgar Studios 2. Or The Revlon Girl at Park Theatre.
See, I know nothing about any of these.
Haven't seen any of them, but I do love Royal Court. I know it shouldn't be dependent on the theatre, who I think should be nominated. I know it shouldn't because it's not particularly fair, but I really like Royal Court Theatre, so I'm going to go with Killology, but technically I shouldn't because I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
Best Lighting Design.
Howell Binkley for Hamilton at the Victoria Palace Theatre. Paul Constable for Angels in America at the National Theatre. Paul Constable for Follies at the National Theatre. And Jan Varshinveld for Network at the National Theatre. What do you think? You've seen 2 of those.
I can't say I was particularly wowed by either of their lighting.
Well, I've heard Hamilton's lighting is great 'cause it's really simple but effective.
Yeah, but because it's so simple, simple but effective.
But I've heard that a lot about a lot.
I can't say I noticed the lighting in either of them, so.
But I've heard that a lot about Hamilton is that the lighting choreography set is very simple, but it's all very effective.
Oh, it absolutely. But I wouldn't be like, oh my god, what fabulous lighting. It so deserves an Olivier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I wouldn't say that about Follies either. I've heard that the lighting for Network was very, very good. Very clever, very effective. So I'm going to go for Jan with Network.
I'll go for Jan too. Why not?
Why not? Good for you,
I
Jan.
mean, Hamilton, I've already given an award to.
It is simple and effective,
Yeah.
but I don't want
I'll
simple
go for
to
Jan.
win.
Go on, Jan.
Come on, Jan.
Bring it home for Jan.
Woo!
Best sound design.
Tom Gibbons for Hamlet at Almeida Theatre. Gareth Owen for Bat Out of Hell the Musical at London Coliseum. Eric Sleichim for Network at National Theatre. And Nevin Steinberg for Hamilton at Victoria Palace Theatre.
We've both seen two of these. We've both seen
both
Hamilton
have.
and Bat Out of Hell.
You haven't seen Hamilton?
Oh, I haven't, not yet in my head. I'm gonna say Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah, probably Bat Out of
Just
Hell
because,
actually.
other than the fact that it's the only one that I've seen, like, Bat Out of Hell, if you haven't seen it, the narrative is very loose. And by loose, I don't mean a bad bow. I mean,
Why
it's
does
very...
it always come back to poo?
It's like a Meatloaf concert
a lot-
with a script.
But there's a lot of like
And
sound,
the music
not
is great.
just music.
And, yeah,
sound.
the sound. Yeah, there's always like a bit of a drone or some sort of
Yeah.
sound there. So like, I'd give it to them.
Yeah, Bat Out of Hell.
It's just it's very noisy show.
It's fun.
It's
You
great.
should definitely go see it.
I really liked it.
Best costume design.
Hugh Durant for Dick Whittington at London Palladium. Oh no, sorry, the London Palladium. Roger Kirk for 42nd Street at the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane. Vicky Mortimer for Follies at the National Theatre. Paul Taswell for Hamilton at the Victoria Palace Theatre. I'm going to go for Dick Whittington at the London Palladium.
Simply for the amount of clothing that dress changes for Julian Clary, Dick Whittington.
I mean, it's pantomime.
All four of them, I've seen all four of them. All
Have you?
four of
Oh,
them
yeah.
have, or had, if they've closed, amazing costume. And again, absolutely deserving on all four counts.
But Dick Whittington.
But
it's
Julian
pantomime.
Clary had, every time he came on stage,
More outrageous.
it was more outrageous
More hilarious.
and just to
It
the
was
tiniest
incredible.
detail, fantastic. So
Incredible.
Hugh Durant, you've got my vote.
Yeah, you got my vote, Hugh, all the way home. Best set design.
Bunny Christie for Ink at Almeida Theatre and Duke of York's Theatre. Bob Crowley and 59 Productions for An American in Paris at Dominion Theatre. Rob Howell for The Ferryman at the Gielgud Theatre and Jerwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre. Vicky Mortimer for Follies at National Theatre. So I've seen 3 of these.
Oh, you went to see The Ferryman recently?
I did see
I really
Ink.
want to see it.
It's closed.
What, The Ferryman?
Yes, or it closes very, very soon.
It's not closed yet.
Then it's closing very, very soon. For the set, The Ferryman. Very clever. Really like that. I really like the set for Ferryman. I thought it was a very intense show, but I loved it. Yeah, the set was genius. So I am going for The Ferryman. Oh.
I haven't seen any of these.
Oh.
But I'm going to go for Ferryman.
Okay. Best actor in a supporting role.
Bertie Carvel for Ink at the Almeida Theatre and Duke of York's Theatre. John Hodgkinson for The Ferryman at the Gielgud and Jerwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre. James McArdle for Angels in America at National Theatre. And Peter always can't pronounce his surname. Peter Polycarpou for Oslo at Harold Pinter Theatre. I mean, I love a bit of Peter Polycarpou, apart from his name
Peter
being
Polycarpou.
incredible.
Love it.
I didn't see him in Oslo, but I saw him recently in Working. I haven't seen any of these either, and I feel like such a bad person. I don't know.
John Hodgkinson.
I mean, I like all of them. I do like a bit of James McArdle as well.
They're all great.
They're all great actors. Best actress in a supporting role.
Britt Brennan for The Ferryman at Gielgud Theatre and Jerwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre. Denise Gough for Angels in America at National Theatre. Dervla Malloy for The Ferryman at Gielgud Theatre and Jerwood Theatre downstairs at Royal Court Theatre. And Imogen Poots for Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf at Harold Pinter Theatre. I heard Denise Gough was amazing and deserves this, but I didn't see Angels in America, so I will not be choosing her. I've only seen The Ferryman out of these 4, and out of Brid and Dervla. Dervla was fantastic. She had me from the second she walked on the stage, so I'm going for Dervla.
I haven't seen any of these either. I feel like I need to see The Ferryman like now,
Okay.
and I need to watch the Angels in America. I think it's being screened as well sometimes, so you know what has been, what's coming back.
Best New Opera Production.
La Boheme at Trafalgar Studios 2. What am I shouting?
Trafalgar Studios 2.
The Exterminating Angel. That's it, yeah. At Royal Opera House. Semiramis at the Royal Opera House.
I haven't seen anyone.
I haven't, but I've seen La Boheme before.
I have seen La Boheme before, and I like La Boheme.
And I like La Boheme. Yes, what I was going to
So La Boheme.
Outstanding achievement in opera.
Paul Brown for his set and costume designs for Alanthe at London Coliseum. I don't know if I've said that correctly. Sorry if I have not. Joyce Di Donato and Daniela Barcelona for their performances in Semi-Ramide, don't know, at Royal Opera House.
Might be telling Amida.
Roderick Williams for his performance in the Royal Opera's The Return of Ulysses at the Roundhouse. Again, haven't seen anything and haven't heard anything about them. Like, I haven't heard from other people.
I've heard things about The Return of Ulysses.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with that.
Okay, good. I'm not going to go with anything because I haven't heard or seen them.
I mean, I need to see them to be fair. But if I'm pushed,
still.
if the push comes to the shove and the shove comes to the push, I will go Ulysses.
Okay. Best Actor.
Paddy Considine for The Ferryman at the Gilgood Theatre and Gerwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre. Bryan Cranston for Network at National Theatre. Andrew Garfield for Angels in America at National Theatre. And Andrew Scott for Hamlet at Almeida Theatre.
Paddy for The Ferryman.
Yeah.
It's the only one I've seen.
Again, I haven't seen them yet.
But I've heard Bryan
so
Cranston was
bad.
fantastic in
I've heard Network is incredible.
So I think probably Brian's going to get... I do think probably Brian's going to get it.
I think Paddy or Bryan.
Okay.
I need to see both of those shows now. Best Actress.
Laura Donnelly for The Ferryman at Gilgood Theatre and Gerwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre. Leslie Manville for Long Day's Journey into Night at Wyndham's Theatre. Audra MacDonald for Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill at Wyndham's Theatre. Imelda Staunton for Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf at Harold Pinter Theatre. I love me some Leslie Manville, but Audra MacDonald.
Audra MacDonald. Out of the 4, the one that I was dying to see was Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill. I'm gutted that I didn't go. But I love Audra MacDonald. Like, I love Audra
She's
MacDonald.
amazing.
Like, I love her.
Audra MacDonald to win.
Like, I've heard great things about it when it was here and great things about it when it was on Broadway. And I just want to shake her hand.
Best Director.
Dominic Cook for Follies at the National Theatre. Marianne Elliott for Angels in America at National Theatre. Rupert Gould for Ink at the Almeida Theatre and Duke of York's Theatre. Thomas Cale for Hamilton at Victoria Palace Theatre. I just lost where I was. Sam Mendes for The Ferryman at Gilgood Theatre and Gerwood Theatre downstairs at the Royal Court Theatre. Thoughts?
Thomas Cale for Hamilton.
Why have I not seen any of these?
I recently had dinner with a mutual friend of ours, Bethan Roberts. Hi, Bethan.
Shout out. Whoop whoop.
Shout out to Bethan. And she told me about a theory with Hamilton, which I'm not going to tell you until after you've seen it. It is very clever direction, just as a general consensus, even without this theory. It was a very general, very, very clever direction of a show, so I'm going with Thomas Cale for Hamilton.
I'll go for that too.
Okay.
I need to see these shows. I'm such a bad person. Best new play.
The Ferryman at Gielgud Theatre and Jerwood Theatre downstairs at Royal Court Theatre.
A long
Ink at Ink at Almeida Theatre and Duke of York's Theatre. Network at National Theatre and Oslo at Harold Pinter Theatre. I've only seen The Ferryman, so I'm obviously biased because it is the only one I've seen. However, it was very intense, very thought-provoking, and completely different to plays I have seen previously, so I do think it is deserving.
Again, I haven't seen any of these. I'm such a bad person, don't judge me!
At the beginning when we were like, we're so much more informed for this.
It shifted back. To be fair, up to like 2/3 in, I was doing pretty well,
Yeah.
and then I just fell flat on my
downhill.
face. Ferryman or Network.
Okay.
Just because
Oh,
I've
Network.
heard incredible
Good
things
things.
about both of
Yeah.
them. I mean, not that I haven't heard good things about Ink and Oslo,
No.
I have, but out of all the people I know and the things that they've seen on blah blah blah, and I know people that have seen all 4 of these shows, just Ferryman and Network just seem to be shows that everyone's talking about.
And the final award.
You'll be glad to know. Background cheering. Woo!
Are you doing it side to side?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
No.
I can do this.
Scary.
Best new
The
musical.
final award.
It's the final
Count.
award. Best new musical.
An American in Paris at Dominion Theatre. Everybody's talking about Jamie at the Apollo Theatre. Girl from the North Country at the Old Vic. Hamilton at the Victoria Palace Theatre. And Young Frankenstein at Garrick Theatre. Right, I'm going to eliminate one straight away.
Oh.
I don't think Young Frankenstein should be in this category. I love it, but I just feel like it shouldn't be nominated. Like, no. I don't think Girl from North Country should be nominated either. Because Best New Musical suggests that like everything in it is new. I personally feel like a Best New Musical should be something
That is brand
that's
new.
completely new to like the last year and a half of from Broadway or West End, like this kind of current climate of theatre.
Yeah.
And I feel like down to the music, it shouldn't be like a jukebox musical winning, because that's not a new musical to me. That's just an adaptation of an album, of
Fair
an
enough.
artist's album, which is what Girl from North Country. Well, it's not an adaptation of Bob
It's
Dylan's
just they
album, but
used
it's
his
using
music.
his music. It's as if Mamma Mia was nominated, I'd say it shouldn't be nominated because I don't agree with that. For this category, even though it is like the big wig category, like it's the big one that you want to win, I feel like certain things shouldn't be nominated.
No.
It should be between American in Paris, Jamie and Hamilton.
Okay.
And I feel like because it's the Olivier Awards and not the Tonys, Jamie should win.
Okay.
Because it's like, because of not saying that, oh, an American show can't win, blah, 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 but that kind of is what I'm saying at the same time, because I feel like it's very rare that you get a show like Jamie coming around in the West End nowadays. Like, it's often something that's come from Broadway or something that's been a long time in the making, and they've like rewritten it and done blah, blah, and they've had it a couple of years back, but they brought it back completely different. Like Jamie, yeah, it probably has been in the works for a while, but it's just kind of like come out of the gates and like it's great. In terms of best new musical, for me, it has to be new.
Okay.
And what's better than Jamie New, who's the character's name and everybody's talking about Jamie.
Okay. I've seen all of them bar Young Frankenstein. And I think for Best New Musical, it should be either Hamilton to win or everybody's talking about Jamie to win. Because of the subject matters, bringing history into a current music style, a current interesting platform, and teaching us about the history of a country and how it was built, I think is genius. Jamie, a young boy trying to find himself, being brought into the world
it
of
has
like
been and
drag
done,
race
though.
and stuff.
It
I
has been
know,
and done.
but I still think it's deserving because of the subject matter. Because even though it's been done before, it's still a bit of a taboo.
Yeah, that's true. It is, and it always will be.
And so I think it's utterly deserving that it's in that
Yeah.
category, and I think it's utterly deserving to win. It's eye-opening for different. If I'd have brought my father, well, he wouldn't understand it because it's in the wrong language. But it's not a subject matter that he has any, if little, information on. So it's informative in its own sense, as obviously Hamilton is. So I think it's between the two. But there we are. We've come to the end of the nominees. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I feel like you probably find this one more informative than the BAFTAs one because we actually knew more what we were talking about.
Make sure you comment, rate, subscribe, all the fun good stuff down, and let us know down below who you'd pick for these awards. And
click on the notification bell so you know every time we upload a video.
The ding dong, ding dong. That's why Dick Whittington should win. Full of bells and dick. Push the bell button because if you just subscribe, you're not going to get all of the good stuff. Whereas if you bell it, then you're going to get all the good stuff. Talking about bells, we need to ring my bell. Ring my bell, a ding dong. Anyway, have a nice Easter. Eat the chocolate. Pray to the bunnies. Run around in the fields of Zion, just not in the rain. Bye!